Hello everyone, and thank you very much for joining me in this tutorial. In this lecture, we are going to talk about the deployment of Django project on AWS EC2 using CI/CD. So I'm going to show you how you can automate this process of deployment of your Python Django, okay, on AWS EC2 in this tutorial. Now, let me just show you the current setup first, which we will take into consideration for understanding all the steps. Okay, so on my local, which is a Windows device, I have created a Django project. Okay, this is the settings file inside this my project, and we have the static folder, we have static files folder, right, and manage.py over here. Then there is one more app named deploy info inside this main project directory. Okay, now I'm running this project. At present this project is running, and I'm able to access it like this over here. If I come here on the admin, I'm able to access the admin page as well. Now there is a server with this IP, okay, which is there on AWS. There is one private Git repo that we have created here with name Django CI/CD private. So as you can see, I've created a new application here with name deploy info. But this is something which is not present in the project I have on the server. Neither it's there in the main branch of this repo. Okay, let me just switch to the main branch. So this is the one that we are using currently. So here we have this my project, we have this readme.md, manage.py requirements, right? All these things are there, but this deploy info is not there. Okay, so as you can see, now we have this deploy info over here, correct? And I'm going to simply come here on the Chrome, and here I'm going to put deploy info. Okay, so it says you need to change it to deploy, I guess. Yeah, so the page has come. This tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate each and everything before you. Okay, and also I'm going to show you all the steps through which it can be done. So at present, this is the application which is currently running on my local, and same you can see is running on this Linux server also. Okay, let me do a clear screen here. Fine. Now we have a private repo here with name Django CI/CD private. Okay, I'm going to come in the main branch because that's what we will be using for this tutorial. Okay, here you can see I have the complete code in place which I have on my local. Fine. Now, okay, the next thing that comes is how we can make the deployment automatic. Okay, so that is what we'll be seeing. So here, if you see on the top, it's written deploying Django projects on AWS. I'm going to make a simple change here in this file. So now I'm saying automating Django projects deployment. Okay, I'm saving the changes. So this deploy.html, this HTML is coming from this page. Fine. Now let me stop the server. So as you can see, the application has stopped running. Now I made the changes in this deploy.html, correct? What is the location of this file? It is present here. So I'm going to simply copy the path of it, do a git add. Okay, and then I will name this commit changed deploy.html. Okay, now I will do git push origin main. Okay, so this will push the changes to this git repo here. Now I'm going to simply come in the actions tab and will show you something. So here you see this deployment changed deploy. I just named it here as change deploy.html. Fine, that's what has come here. Now what is happening? It is SSHing into this EC2 server, and it will make similar changes on the EC2 server also. Okay, and finally we will get the result. Okay, so it has, I think, done its job. Let me just give it a refresh and see. Yeah, so here you can see the green tick mark is now coming in. Here I can see a green tick. Let me just refresh this page now. So here you can see the title has changed. Fine, so I've not changed anything manually on the server. I simply made the changes on the in the local file, and that's what went through this CI/CD pipeline on the server. Right, let me just show it to you again. So if I undo the changes and I run the server, sorry. So I'm going to run the server. So here it says deploying Django, correct? Now let me just refresh it. Here it is coming as deploy Django. Here it is coming as automating Django projects. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the same steps again. So I'm adding the deploy.html file. Then I'm going to say change deploy.html second time. Okay, and I'm going to simply say here git push origin main. Now it has pushed the changes again to the main origin, and here we will see a workflow getting created. See, change deploy.html second time. Inside it, if I come, the deployment is currently happening. It has happened. Let me just give it a refresh. So we can see a green tick here. We can see a green tick here too. coming on the server. Let me refresh it. Now it says deploying Django projects. Okay, now how this automatic CI/CD pipeline is created, let's check it out. So these are the steps which you can follow for creating this complete pipeline. You have to set up the Django project on your local first. Fine, these are the simple steps for which you can do it. Fine, then comes the settings.py file. So you can update it like the way I have done. So there is this middleware white noise that you will have to add. The static root, you can add it like this. Allow host, debug, you can keep it as false. Then you will have to create a gitignore file like this, in which you can keep all these things. The next thing that comes is generate a new SSH key pair. This is one of the important steps. So now you have to come in your EC2 server. This is your EC2 server. Fine, you have to simply, wherever you are, whether you are inside the project directory or you are outside somewhere, you can simply fire this command. Okay, and make sure when you are generating this key, you are not passing this passphrase. Okay, it will ask you to pass a passphrase. So that is something which is not required. Okay, don't give any passphrase. It will ask for you the passphrase twice. Leave it blank and then do cat SSH. Fine. And once you're done with doing this cat SSH, what it will give you, let me show you that too. So it will give you a key like this. Okay, and then there is this config file where you can put the name of this key that you've created. So this is going to be the private key. Okay, and you're using GitHub, so github.com, host name, all these things will come. Make sure you've mentioned identities only as yes. This is one of the important lines. Otherwise, it will not be able to detect your GitHub. It will say GitHub not found or the repo or something like repo not found. So this line is very important. Now add to GitHub a deploy key. It's time for you to add the deploy key. So here, after you're done with creating a private repo, okay, and pushing your code that you have done in your local here in the private repo. So the next thing that you have to the next thing that you have to do is you have to come here and then come in settings. Here you will find something called deploy keys. Here you can use this add deploy key. Give it a title, a random key that you have to pass here. That is something which is very important. So you have to pass the public key. Okay, you have to pass the public key which you will get through this command. So this is the public key, pub. Fine, you just have to simply do like this and you'll get the key. Copy this complete key, entire key without any spaces in the end or in the beginning, and then you can put it over here. Tick mark this checkbox. Okay, this is also a very important step you need to keep in mind. Then comes the next step, which is here. Okay, so this is related to the hosting of Django projects on EC2 server. You have to create this myproject.conf file in which you can keep all this content. Let me just show that also to you. So after you're done with all the above steps, you can come here in this conf.d. Make sure you've installed NGINX and all the other libraries required for configuring NGINX on EC2. So this is the configuration that you have to keep in myproject.conf. Then the next thing that comes is this NGINX. You can fire these 3 commands for enabling NGINX on EC2. Then comes the enablement of the service. So you'll have to create a service first, which can help running your project on the server's IP. This is the file which I have on my server. This is the service which I've created. Okay, so my my Django project is inside home EC2 user projects. Fine. What I did was I initially created a public repo and then simply pull the content from that repo over here on this EC2 server. User. Now the my project directory which I have over here, I simply copied it here. Okay, you can drag and drop it. So you don't have to use the GitHub for this. You can simply drag and drop this file here, and then you can configure your NGINX and your services with which you can host this project on the server. Okay, so once you're done with creating the service, the next thing that comes is firing these commands. Okay, once you're done with firing these commands, you'll be able to access your application on the IP address of your server like this. So initially, because that deploy info application was not there, I deployed the project on EC2 server and I was able to access the admin page of it, which is the default page comes with your Django. Correct. Now, what is the next thing? Setting up of GitHub workflows deploy.yml. So on your local over here, you have to create this repo .github. Inside this, there is another directory called workflows, inside which we have this deploy.yml, sorry, in which I've kept the complete code, which is helping the CI/CD to connect to the server and deploy everything there, and then again restarting the my project service and the NGINX service. So this is the complete code. It is taking the code from the main branch because it's an Ubuntu server that I'm using here. That's the reason I've used Ubuntu-latest here. Then comes the actions checkout @v3. Fine, this is a secret key. Then SSH into the server, CD into this directory where the projects files are there. Reset hard, clean FD. Okay, so that we can reset the local changes. Pull the origin main. Fine, activating the virtual environment, installing all the requirements, manage.py migrate. Okay, collect static. And after that, restarting the my project and NGINX. This is a very simple YAML code which has been written here, and this is what is doing the complete magical, automation. Now, what is the next thing? Let me just show that to you. So, if you're not in the main branch, just do this to switch to the main branch, or else you can create a main branch first, and then you can switch to it. So these are the actions which I performed on the EC2 server. Git branch main, then sorry, not on the EC2 server, but here. So initially, what happens is when you set up a GitHub, it gives you master branch. So you have to create a main branch first, and after that, you can switch to it. You can then connect to the repo, and you can then add whatever you have created here, and then you can push it in the main branch like this. Fine. So this code will help you understanding how you can push the code from your local to the GitHub repo. Okay. Once you're done with that, your GitHub workflows will come here in the complete code along with that GitHub workflows will come here in this private repo. You have created, this is a private repo, okay, not a public repo. Remember this thing, this is a very important part. Now, what is the next thing? Generate a new SSH key pair. So what you can do, you can use your local like this, okay, and then you can simply fire this command. It will give you a new, public key and a private key. So that what is this step for? In case while you are doing the deployments from here, and your deployments didn't come here on this EC2 server. So it means that your key that you've placed in the deploy key section is not working, or you've not configured this part. You've not configured this part, secrets and variables keys part of your GitHub repo properly. So this is again one of the important things that you'll have to keep in mind while creating this complete automation process. So what is the next thing? You have to create the public key and private key. This is the one. This is a command with the help of which you can create both the public keys and private keys through PowerShell of your Windows server. If you are on Windows device, if you are doing it through EC2, another EC2, you can use this command there also. So once these two keys gets created on your EC2 server, open the public key. Okay, you can open the public key using this command. See, on my EC2 server, I'm going to open it like this. This is my public. Earlier the public key was different. Okay, now what I did was I replaced the public key with the one which I generated from here. Okay, after generating the public key, I simply gave these permissions to this authorized keys. Okay, and then after that what happened? I was not able to access my EC2 server. Why? Because I replaced the public key. So now I use this mobile term, and here I put the remote host IP. I gave the EC2-user as the username, and in the private key I selected the key which I was able to create through this command. Just a second. So this private key which I created on my Windows device, that's what I passed as an input key for connecting to the EC2 server, and I was able to connect to it. Right now the next thing that comes is adding the private key to the GitHub secrets. Okay, so this is the GitHub secrets. Here I can show you, this is EC2 host parameter. So here I've passed the right now it's not visible because that's the default behavior of GitHub. So you have to pass the IP address of your EC2 server here. Then the next thing is SSH key. So in the SSH key you can put the private key. Okay, paste the full content of the private key. Remember this. And after that you can do EC2 user. Fine, so the user which I'm using is EC2 user. This is what you have to pass as a value, and this is what you can keep as the parameter on the top. Fine, once you're done with setting up this actions, secret and variables, you're good to go. Now whatever changes you will do on your local, and when you will push them to the GitHub, automatically the CI/CD pipeline will get activated. You will see the actions tabs here, like the way you're seeing on my window. Okay, and once these actions tabs comes here and they get executed successfully, you'll be able to see the updated code over here on your EC2 server. So that's the complete process. Don't worry about this repo also. Okay, and don't worry about this code as well. I'm going to put this complete code in a public repo so that you guys can access it, and you can also make use of it for creating a complete automation pipeline for your Django projects. That is it from my side in this lecture. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care and have a great day, guys.